It's so amazing to be here on the historic campus of Shaw University. Tell us your name and your role here at this historic institution.
I am Paulette Dillard. I am excitedly and honored to be the 18th president of the Shaw University.
Excellent. And how long have you been the president of Shaw University?
I have been the president of Shaw University a little over 5 years. I have been at the university for 10 years. I arrived in August of 2012 as a professor and absolutely excited to be back in the classroom with no idea that I would be president 10 years later. Wow.
And you know, when you look at that 10-year period, we've seen a lot of changes with Shaw University. Our partnership with UNCF Institute for Capacity Building is to support the transformation work. When you hear transformation, what does transformation mean to you?
Transformation means change, evolving, and being a scientist by training. Transformation is energy, things moving, advancing, and that always generates excitement for me when I hear the word transformation.
But let's talk specifically about the transformation work here at Shaw University. What have been some of those projects and experiences, but more importantly, what has been the benefit of that?
Wow. Now that I have to unpack a lot there. First of all, Shaw University's history and legacy is so important and so rich. But in that, the progression and the future of Shaw has not been as clear as that amazing past. So much of the focus and the transformation for Shaw has been, how do we build on that legacy for the future? How do we address today's issues from the context of all the first that have been Shaw University? And so we began to look at the challenges. And one of the first things that we had undertaken was the leveraging of assets to the long-term sustainability of the institution. And one of the richest assets that Shaw has is its location. It is located in, as you can see, downtown Raleigh, North Carolina, one of the fastest growing, most economically viable cities in these United States. And Shaw sits right in that downtown. So we looked around and came up with the hashtag, surrounded by opportunity. And so with that, how does Shaw use this location to leverage a future for the institution? And so one of the projects that we've been most excited about has been what we call the campus redevelopment plan. How do we upgrade infrastructure on HBCU campuses is a major challenge. And our infrastructure is especially a challenge. We've been here since 1865. The building that we're sitting in right now for this interview was built in 1873. And so when you think about what that means historically, it also has implications for what it means right now, trying to keep these buildings and the entire campus able to keep up with the needs of the 21st century student. So we undertook this Urban Land Institute study, which, to my knowledge, no other HBCU campus had ever done that kind of study. And it was a land use study, and if you're not familiar with the Urban Land Institute, it is a professional organization that brings together architects, landscapers, everyone in that field of land use and real estate, and they volunteer their time on a panel to travel to a city or to a campus and do a study. And we engaged with them and they came and spent time here at Shaw. They do this work in a week. So they bring a panel of experts. They spend a week in the city. They meet with the stakeholders on the campus. They meet with city planners. They meet with neighbors, business people, and they understand what's the landscape of the place that you are studying. And we gave them a series of questions we wanted answered. You know, what was the long-term outlook? What were the jobs? What were the things that Shaw could provide to be an asset to the community in which we live? So we undertook that study, got excited about what Shaw could be and do, just leveraging its real estate assets. And I am excited to say that it is coming to life. We are in the process of rezoning the campus. Therefore, that creates the potential to redevelop the campus into what we've decided to call the Shaw U District. So when you drive into downtown Raleigh, that when you get to this part of town, you know that you're in the Shaw U District. And for me, that's a perfect example of what transformation looks like.